Still hope for bulls. Crypto Daybook Americas. Your day ahead look for November 17, 2025. By Omkar Godbole. All times ET unless indicated otherwise. The cryptocurrency market is in a mixed mood, with some recent outperformers facing pressure while major cryptocurrencies remain resilient. Privacy-focused coins Monero XMR $412.05 and Zcash ZC $654.93 fell more than 4% in the last 24 hours, contrasting with relatively stable trading in Bitcoin BTC $94, 044.91, Ether ETH $3, 116.65, XRP $2.2058, Solana SOL $137.28, and others that have bounced back from late Sunday lows. Notably, the CoinDesk DeFi Select and Smart Contract Select indices are showing strength, up roughly 5% and 4% respectively since early Asian trading hours, underscoring pockets of growth amid broader caution. Zcash, which, in a rare bright spot against the wider market despondency, has surged over 500% since September, is now teasing a bearish double-top pattern. See the technical analysis section below. Whether a decline in ZC heralds a bounce in BTC and ETH, in continuation of diverging trends with majors, remains to be seen. Hot Analysts takes about how we are still early in terms of institutional adoption, and how incoming inflows could lift valuations sky-high, continue to do the rounds, offering hope to battered BTC bulls. In other development, Arca's CIO Jeff Dorman dismissed speculation about strategy, MSTR, Executive Chairman Michael Saylor liquidating his BTC holdings, noting that Saylor's financial position would likely shield him from selling unless Bitcoin's value collapsed precipitously. Ryan Lee, the chief analyst at BitGet, urged traders to monitor U.S. regulatory developments, particularly around exchange-traded funds, ETFs, stablecoin payment frameworks, and exchange oversight. These could swiftly shift investor sentiment back to a risk-on stance. Lee said. In traditional markets, Japanese longer-dated government bond yields surged in response to reports that Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's first stimulus package may include spending worth roughly 17 trillion yen, $110 billion, with the country's debt-to-GDP ratio already among the highest globally at 240%. Such a move could flood the market with bonds and push yields higher, bolstering the risk of a fiscal crisis. For crypto traders, rising Japanese yields may pressure treasury bonds, pushing yields higher, and weigh on risk assets like tech stocks and digital currencies. Stay alert. Read more. For analysis of today's activity in altcoins and derivatives, see Crypto Markets Today. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. Crypto Treasury Companies. Spot BTC ETFs. Spot ETH ETFs. Source, Farside Investors. Crypto NOV. 17. Zilliqa, ZIL, 0.19.0 mainnet upgrade. Macro NOV. 17. 8:30 a.m. Canada October. Inflation rate. Headline YOY, previous. 2.4%. MOM, previous. 0.1%. Core YOY, previous. 2.8%. MOM, previous. 0.2%. November 17th, 8:30 a.m. Federal Reserve Bank of New York's November. New York Empire State Manufacturing Index Estates 6.1 November 17:09:30 a.m. Fed Vice Chair Philip N. Jefferson speech on economic outlook and monetary policy. November 17th, 3:35 p.m. Fed Governor Christopher J. Waller speech on economic outlook. Watch live. Earnings. Estimates based on fact-set data. Nothing scheduled. November 17th. Zilliqa, ZIL, 0.19.0 mainnet upgrade. November 17th, 8:30 a.m. Canada October. Inflation rate. Headline YOY, previous. 2.4%. MOM, previous. 0.1%. Core YOY, previous. 2.8%. Mom, previous. 0.2%. November 17, 8:30 a.m. Federal Reserve Bank of New York's November. New York Empire State Manufacturing Index Estates 6.1 November 17 9:30 a.m. Fed Vice Chair Philip N. Jefferson speech on economic outlook and monetary policy. November 17, 3:35 p.m. Fed Governor Christopher J. Waller speech on economic outlook. Watch live. Nothing scheduled. Governance votes and calls render. Community is voting on whether to expand its compute program to include enterprise-grade GPUs, like H100/H200. Voting closes on November 18. Unlocks AP $0.3416 to unlock 1.66% of its circulating supply worth $5.46 million, Melania $0.1350, to unlock 5.04% of its circulating supply worth $3.63 million. Token launches Zcash, YEC. Lists on Bitmart with YEC/USDT pair. Render community is voting on whether to expand its compute program to include enterprise-grade GPUs, like H100/H200. Voting closes on November 18th. APE $0.3416 to unlock 1.66% of its circulating supply worth $5.46 million, Melania $0.1350, to unlock 5.04% of its circulating supply worth $3.63 million. iCash YEC. Lists on Bitmart with YEC/USDT pair. Day 1 of 2. Banking Transformation Summit, Charlotte, North Carolina. BTC is up 0.63% from 4 p.m. Eastern Time Friday at $95,734.44. 24 hours. Plus 0.03%. ETH is up 0.96% at $3,201.10. 24 hours. Plus 1.15%. CoinDesk 20 is up 0.57% at $3,086.17. 24 hours. Plus 0.39%. Ether CSR composite staking rate is down 15 BPS at 2.83%. BTC funding rate is at 0.0057%. 6.213% annualized. On Binance. DXY is unchanged at 99.36. Gold futures are unchanged at $4. 0.90.50. Silver futures are up 0.49% at $50.94. Nikkei 225 closed down 0.1% at 50. 323.91. Hang Seng closed down 0.71% at 26. 384.28. FTSE is down 0.1% at 9,688.36. Eurostoxx 50 is down 0.5% at 5. 665.22. DJIA closed on Friday down 0.65% at 47. 147.48. S&P 500 closed unchanged at 6. 734.11. Nasdaq Composite closed up 0.13% at 22. 900.59. S&P/TSX Composite closed up 0.24% at 30. 326.46. S&P 40 Latin America closed up 0.27% at 3,111.85. U.S. 10-year Treasury rate is down 2.1 BPS at 4.127%. E-mini S&P 500 futures are up 0.36% at 6. 779.25. E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures are up 0.62% at 25. 249.25. E-mini Dow Jones Industrial Average Index are unchanged at 47,245.00. BTC dominance 59.43%, minus 0.12%. Ether Bitcoin ratio 0.03341, 1.74%. Hash rate 7-day moving average 1,123 EH/S hash price. Spot $39.80. Total fees 2.61 BTC/$248. 303 CME futures open interest 139. 0.475 BTC priced in gold. 23.5 ounce BTC versus gold market cap. 6.4%. Zcash's ZC $659.70 bounce from under $500 has stalled at the early November highs above $700. That has raised the risk of a potential formation of a double top pattern, with the neckline support at $423, shown by the horizontal line. Should prices turn lower from here, it would mean a steady market leadership change from bulls to bears. Coinbase Global. Coin closed on Friday at $284, plus 0.3%, plus 0.85% at $286.40 in pre-market Circle Internet. CRCL closed at $81.89, minus 0.55%, plus 2.06% at $83.58. Galaxy Digital. GLXY closed at $26.34, minus 3.3%, plus 2.24% at $26.93. Bullish. BLSH closed at $38.48, minus 6.19%, plus 1.01% at $38.87. Mara Holdings. Mara closed at $11.99, minus 6.18%, plus 1.17% at $12.13. Riot Platforms. Riot closed at $13.95, plus 0.5%, plus 0.93% at $14.08. Core Scientific. CORZ closed at $14.93, minus 1.52%, plus 1.27% at $15.12. CleanSpark. CLSK. Closed at $10.96, minus 8.51%, plus 1.28% at $11.10. CoinShares Valkyrie Bitcoin Miners ETF. WGMI closed at $40.54, minus 3.41%. Exodus Movement. EXOD closed at $17.30, minus 4.68%. Strategy MSTR closed at $199.75, minus 4.22%, plus 1.26% at $202.26. Semler Scientific. SMLR closed at $21.82, minus 5.13%. SharpLink Gaming. SBET closed at $10.89, minus 0.91%, plus 1.01% at $11.00. Upexi. UPXI closed at $2.99, minus 7.14%. Light Strategy. LITS closed at $2.02, plus 6.32%, minus 1.49% at $1.99. Daily net flows. Minus $492.10 million. Cumulative net flows. $58.83 billion. Total BTC holdings 1.32 million. Daily net flows. Minus $177.90 million. Cumulative net flows. $13.15 billion. Total ETH holdings 6.34 million. Bitcoin market memory shaken. BTC's bounce zone broken in strategy-like bear move. CoinDesk Bitcoin's drop below its 50-week average near $102,800 invalidates a key support zone, shaking market confidence and prompting a shift away from the usual dip-buying behavior. Gold falls for third day as expectations fade for U.S. rate cut. Bloomberg delayed U.S. economic data is clouding the Fed's interest rate path, lowering the probability of a December cut and curbing the appetite for gold after a record-breaking rally earlier this year. A run on stablecoins could force ECB to rethink interest rates, warns top policymaker. Financial Times. The Dutch central bank governor said instability in dollar-backed stablecoins could trigger mass sell-offs of U.S. assets backing them, potentially disrupting the EU economy and inflation. Investigative reporter group ICIJ exposes coin laundry. Crypto's criminal financial system. CoinDesk. A series of reports by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists reveal how billions in illicit crypto flowed through top exchanges, fueling a shadow financial system that evades regulatory oversight.